I definitely don't think I would be where I am today if I hadn't done a residency. I think, a lot of students get out of school and maybe they don't really know where they're going to fit in best, or they think that they're interested in a certain area, but they're not quite sure. I think a residency is a really amazing way to take your training and your confidence to the next level. We see some patients in school, and we definitely are trained in school, but it's not the volume of an everyday practice. It's not actually real world care. 2 hours for an eye exam is not realistic in the real world. And so when you step into a residency, it kind of bridges that gap. You get to take on the responsibility of being the doctor, but at the same time, you still have a support team there where if you run into something you don't know, or maybe just want to double check that you're doing something correctly, you've got that kind of mentorship that everyone needs. And through that, you tend to open a lot more doors. There's a lot of things you can participate in while you're a resident that you wouldn't be able to do if you went straight into practice. Also, these days, a lot of practices, especially if they're medical based, require that doctors have a residency to be able to come into their practice, mostly because optometry has elevated to the level where we can take care of patients in such a way that without that extra training, there's just too much catch up that needs to happen between school and that patient. If you have a ridiculously challenging patient in your chair, and you didn't do a residency, you may not really feel confident enough to take on that patient's care yourself, and maybe one of the other doctors in the practice has to. A lot of times you'll get that, camaraderie, and they'll help you, but they need to know that you can hold your own. And doing a residency really kind of gets you to that point.